There we go. Now you can hear me. Hello. Greetings. Tornadoes happen. I'm safe. My family is safe. Everything is good. Hello. How are you? Welcome. Our VIPs for this month. I just had that documented up. Let's see. Can I remember? Luton, Grace in Your Face, Winning, Yas Queens, and Gurjason are our VIPs this month. I got it. I just did this a little bit ago. But, got mildly distracted because we had a tornado watch, which, if you don't know, means we've seen a tornado. Watch out. What is left of Hurricane Ida, now I think just technically tropical storm still. I was less concerned about the actual category of Ida right now and more concerned about, tornadoes, is rolling over my area right now. So we have tornado warnings intermittently in effect, flash flood warnings, which hopefully shouldn't affect me as bad as some of the other areas around me. But, my family's on watch and they're going to let me know. And I have my phone right in front of me for those very loud alerts. So yes, we were sheltering a moment ago. I mean, it was more than a moment ago now. Depends how you measure a moment, I guess. Taking every precaution. I was ready to not do this if, tornadoes. But those cells have passed us. We should be okay. There's always a chance right now. I am taking all appropriate precautions. If I step away, I will try to let you guys know. That's why. If everything goes down, that's also probably why. I would assume, what's it called? I lost internet before an actual tornado hits my house. But we'll see. I gotta thank you for the resubscription. 17 months. Stay safe, Nigel. Thank you. We are trying. We are observing all tornado warnings as everybody should be doing. I'm keeping my eye on it. We should be fine. That being said, new month, new plat, new VIPs. Like I said, we've got Gurjason, Grace in Your Face, Luton, Yas Queens, and Winning. Congratulations on your VIP for the month of September. At the end of this month, as always, we will reset and reapply VIP statuses. Other things, nothing particularly important right now. But yeah, with that being said, let me gather the party, throw it over to the screen that we will be using for this, and I will explain what my current plan is. Are you guys ready? I mean, you're for... Oh, gods. Okay. Okay, you guys are on stream now. Well,
hello, stream.
You're verbally on stream now, because we're going to be using a screen like this today. So I have this set up because we're down a player, and the way I'm doing the cameras is I am manually measuring the size for the cameras. And Discord likes to, change the sizes of the cameras and change the positions of cameras whenever somebody leaves or joins or isn't present. So I put this together. This art is by Sam. She made these cool little chibis of everybody. And I was like, hey, can I, just use these as an overlay? And Sam's like, yes, that's adorable. So I did it.
I think
her character,
a smaller hat.
Probably because it clips a little bit, but hey, we don't skimp on the hat here. So as you may have noticed, characters will light up when they speak. We got their names, character names, and real names there if appropriate. Sam has some other stuff she has to do tonight. So because we keep delaying things, and this shouldn't be a combat session, I think. I don't know. You never really know.
Bar fight.
I should say, this shouldn't be a combat session where Edeline is necessary.
I'm sure Starport has a bar. The Star Bar.
Yeah, we can find a bar to fight in.
Start fight.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
the goal.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. But with that, let me toggle my musics here. We can have D&D music. There we go. Okay. With that, we can begin some D&D for the day. Let me actually start up, the game. Game is now unpaused. Last session, I don't know how time works, ago, we finished the aftermath of Dragonfight and Daunton. You guys got the loose story from Henry of Daunton, which is a plague of some kind rolled through. Most of the town, over some amount of time, left. Henry's father and grandfather had a minor falling out over whether they should stay or leave. Henry's father took him and left. Henry has had the deed that his father had ever since and wanted to come back with his daughter. So he hired his way, like multiple groups of people, the caravan, or 2 caravans and an adventuring group, using their last gold coin to get to Daunton, where there was a dragon that you guys slayed. After that, there's a big old pile of loot and the dragon corpse, which you guys broke down and divvied up. The current plan is to put aside about 3,000 gold pieces of this loot for Daunton, which we have already handled. And you guys had a nice little feast of dragon meat, and we're ready for your long rest on today, the 13th of Dominus. There's a little calendar app. If you want to click that, you can do it. It's in like the person panel, I think. If you're ever curious about the date, it is there. And you guys were settling it for that. So anything you guys want to do the night before you depart Daunton, because your current plan is to leave Daunton, go to Starport, hire some people to come to Starport and start fixing stuff up, and then do whatever you guys want to do in Starport. Your current hanging things is you can get a boat from Starport to Lingen, which is where Epsilon has a dude he wants to talk to. But there's stuff to do in Starport, things you can buy, things you can commission, stuff you can do. So whatever you want to do when you get there.
All right.
Let me turn some volumes up too.
I
I do know your list. You do have a list. Lists are good. Lists help us keep track of things. We like lists.
Unlike Sam, who forgets what she wants to research.
Sam makes a list and then just doesn't look at the list.
What's the point of the
Guarantee
list
this
if you're
is
going to
often
look at the
written in
list?
code.
That also happens when you write your list in like shorthand and you look at it 2 weeks later and go, I don't know what I put here.
What did I just write?
I know players are quiet compared to me. That's what I'm trying to fix.
Should
Oh,
we
actually, let me
shout?
see, is
Would
it-
that help?
Well, anyway, shouting is definitely one way to do it. I can just turn your volume up on my end too.
Okay.
Testing. Macaroni and cheese.
Need a bigger hammer.
I
Well-
heard a guy test chicken noodle soup for like 45 minutes at the Red Rocks. It was hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's, you know what?
45 minutes?
Pretty solid.
Yeah, he was just out there
Jeez.
like pre band come on, and it was just like chicken noodle soup. Chicken. Like he just
Well-
did that.
I mean, you get
Dude.
those popping peas done, so
Yeah, like that's what they, I'm sure somebody's in the back fucking
yeah.
cranking knobs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. It's a delicate process of making sure we have enough volume, but we're not, just suddenly gonna blow somebody's eardrums when I crank it too high.
Yes. It's gotta get
That
those
looks a little better. That should be good, I think. Cool. There we go.
I thought this was your really dramatic music going on. No, it's just the menu screen music for Guilty Gear. Forgot I had that open. It's like very
I love
animated
it.
today, Mike.
I mean, sorry, chat. I'm making hand gestures at them because we're still sitting in a call, but you guys don't get to see me today. I'm hiding. I am now a single D20. I realized
With
at the end of this process,
aspirations.
there's no like chibi. I was almost Elias. You guys were almost DM'd by Elias today.
That would
That'd
be
be
a
great.
The
disaster.
gig would be up.
I thought about it. I'm like, that doesn't work particularly well long term. So this is my my solution for now. Okay. Long resting times. Anybody want to do anything on this long rest? Looking at you, Mr. Alchemy.
I thought I did my 2
I think you did
checks this
actually.
night.
I think we did that ahead of time just to be good. Yes, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Anything else?
Think if Monty would want to talk to Epsilon.
Can I have dreams tonight? Can I dream of being a chibi robot?
Can you take kettling dreams?
I don't want
Too
fortunes.
sinister.
Yeah, no, she'll.
I guess it might be useful to the
She'll get those when she returns. I thought because one of them is updating. I wonder why. Maybe because it heavily alluded to a dragon here, and there is no longer a dragon here, and so has been finished. But I wasn't gonna give her dreams to other people without giving them to her, so it'll just be delayed a couple in-game days. It's fine. The
Have I
gods got backed
prayed
up.
to Kalon recently?
I think so, but you know, it never hurts.
Okay, quick prayer to Kalon. Be like, thanks, dude. Dragon was sick. Hope you're happy for Alice. But in
I
my
like it.
character voice.
The current plan is to turn the abbey into a small, like, abbey of Kalon.
Oh yeah, I'll tell him about that too, in case he didn't overhear, because he's not that powerful yet. I'm working on it.
He is. He is. Okay. Also, John, because it is may become pertinent, I updated your ancestral guardian tally, like, journal document. Just with, like, I went to him like, okay, what does Epsilon currently know about these these people? And I put all that there and their current state and whether you have personally confirmed it or not. So like you have Delta's physical head, you're pretty confident he's dead. You saw Gamma literally melted by a dragon. It's dead. He's been dead for hundreds of years, but that's the point. Just that you have more up-to-date notes on what you know about them currently. And
Bro, Captain got lost in the aisles. No.
yes, yeah, he's been gone for like 300 years, but
He's fucking off somewhere, ruling a
He could still
civilization.
be
He's
alive.
walking on the bottom of the ocean, trying to find
He's
his way
got
back.
he's got like a cargo cult.
He's coming
Uh,
back.
worshiping
Captain.
he's worshipped as a god by a cult of Sahagwins in the ocean.
or what's the little fish-headed people? Kotoa?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those things are ugly, but
Anyway.
I'll take it.
Just before Monty starts his watch, he'll go chat with Epsilon. He's doing the alchemy.
I likes it.
So in case you haven't had enough people telling you, that was very impressive what you did today. It's like something out of a storybook. I can't hear you, John. It's not working.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not working.
I see you lighting up, but I don't see, I don't hear
hear you.
things coming through.
Speak to us, robot.
Dragon got your tongue.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's working. I don't know. Voice mod updated recently, and like all my buttons don't work anymore.
Where are you?
All right, testing.
I can hear
Normal
you.
voice.
Okay.
Yeah, testing.
Robot voice.
All right, cool.
All right, repeat the question real quick. I'm sorry.
The question, you're just complimenting you
Oh, okay, gotcha.
on so it was very impressive.
It's quite thrilled, actually. I had a good time.
I guess I was going to ask, were you around? I mean, was this the first dragon you had ever encountered in person?
No. You were at the battle to defeat Great Dragon Astrids.
That's the only one
Which
that
is-
I see on here. So would it just be
That is the
that?
big major historical event.
Others would just be little wormling.
Yeah.
I mean,
It-
other than the two
fodder.
we had seen fighting, I guess.
quick little lore dump. This is hundreds of years ago, southwest of the continent, a great ancient red dragon made his home there. The desert wasn't always a desert until he moved in and kind of became one. So the kingdom rallied together and all their forces, and because it took a lot of not level 15 adventurers to deal with an ancient dragon.
It's not a really bad joke.
they
Like, did
did
anyone in the
it.
kingdom say, "Oh, it's not a dragon. It's just natural sun cycle." causing
Yes,
desertification."
absolutely. There were dragon deniers.
They're dragon deniers. Oh boy.
Yes. Every world has stupid people. Yeah. So that happened. Forces rallied. One of the ancestral guardians was, melted directly by dragon fire. Because massive damage rolls happen with,
Oh, way to
ancient
go.
red dragon breaths. It really is. But it was slain by the person who would become the head of the future House June. So House June was formed by the Dragon Slayer and was given that territory. They were widely known to be like an Aasimar of the war god. And they have that house descends from that bloodline. They're the most recent house to be added, and this is still hundreds of years ago.
The big house
As like a great house. Yeah, of the big
Okay,
houses.
okay.
Little houses are added all the time. But like not everybody gets to be like a marquee like out of nowhere. Not a lot of people go from like, baron to count overnight.
Fair enough.
They did. You've probably like seen dragons before, Absalon. You may not have fought them in as small a squad. Because dragons bigger than this one are widely considered like, natural disasters when they roll up somewhere. And as we know, you don't just, fire guns at a hurricane.
You
Doesn't
could.
stop people from trying.
It does not.
Florida
Not
man
many of those
shoots
people
a
make
gun
it through
into
it.
hurricane.
Muscle Wizard casts Fisk. Hurricane is immune to bludgeoning damage.
And he just blows it back.
Yeah.
Nah.
So yeah. This is probably the first dragon you have personally fought in a very long time.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Not the first. Quite a bigger one. If you've ever heard of the Great Dragon of Masters, but other than that, a few here or there.
Yes, I'm aware of it. It was a long time ago. It still always surprises me how ancient you are. I don't
Well-
mean that as any sort of insult.
I take no
You're
offense.
basically a god.
Well, I wouldn't say a god. I
I
have
don't think I'd
seen
say that either.
other units be melted by mere dragons, but well, very large, powerful dragons, but yet mere dragons.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't quite say god, but we have a sort of lasting presence about us. I would say if you know, there's nothing impeding that.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Should also add, I misspoke. Yona is the most recent house to be added.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yona was founded by the current Marquis Yona a little over 100 years ago. Because elves.
Oh, wow. It's very new. Okay.
Yes. June was 700 years ago. For those interested, here's the Major Vilsadian events calendar in stream chat.
It might have been
These are the big
updated
ones.
recently. I mean, I'm hoping that this was what we needed to do. I was very worried that I'd get news of a repeat of what had happened, the last time when the armies had fought together and there was death on a massive scale.
I agree. I think it was the right step to take. Maybe not the smartest, but definitely the right call. I appreciate everyone's support.
Often the heroic thing to do isn't really the smartest. Objectively, at least.
Yeah, it tends to get more units killed than it keeps us alive.
I mean, it depends. I mean, sometimes the sacrifices of a few can save the lives of many.
That's fair.
The other thing I was going to ask you, I haven't been... Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. I have not been to Starport? Or did we go through Starport on the way to Stormport?
You probably would not have gone through Starport. You would have left Kingsport and then sailed just all the way to Stormport.
Just straight. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You may have stopped in Starport for supplies if you so would have wished. It would have been like you probably would have stopped in Lingen more than that.
Yeah, that's
likely.
what I thought.
But if you want, you could have been to Starport, before this War of Succession, when you could have just traveled, because it is big fun crafting city.
Yeah, I don't think that's not really Monty's like.
You don't have to be though.
Idiom.
So
I'm gonna say he hasn't been
alcohol
before.
there.
They craft.
They craft alcohol at Monty's house.
I would say yeah, but
he doesn't have to leave for that.
Monty basically lives on a vineyard, so.
But I was going to ask have you been there before, and how do you think they're going to react to you? I mean, I'd imagine a place filled with craftsmen you're going to be quite the celebrity. Are we going to need to be your bodyguards of some kind? Make sure you aren't disassembled?
Well, honestly, there's very few places I haven't been, at least on this continent, but I don't think there'll be any worry about being disassembled on the streets. I do think I'll be maybe more docked upon than normal, but in a different light. It'll be with curious eyes and eyes that would love a chat rather than being afraid or intimidated.
Yes, I think it's perhaps in the other places we've been to, we've tried to have a bit of the element of try to keep it a bit under the radar. I think it's going to be pretty difficult here.
It might actually come in handy to use a bit of the name and my presence to move about the city a little easier. Get into some doors that we may not be able to get into otherwise.
I think the same. I think we're still pretty uncertain about who our allies and our enemies are in this whole debacle. So perhaps we can try and find that out.
Into the joke of being disassembled and there is a craftsman that I would like to seek out. There's many dwarf craftsmen that work out of the city or reside in the city, and I wouldn't mind asking around.
I, for one, would like to see a craftsman about why this wonderful piece of firearms misfired the first time I've tried to shoot it.
Maybe you need more practice before you really use it. It could be
Maybe.
user error.
Could be user error. I've shot guns before, though. This is certainly not the first time.
Are they cursed like the armband?
I haven't put on the armband, so I don't think so. Or do you mean separately from the armband?
Separately, like the item itself is cursed.
Maybe your trigger finger is cursed.
Maybe you should put on the armband. It'll give you better aim.
There's a good idea.
Maybe the curses will cancel out.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how curses work.
What if it
Now, let me
And
ask. I'm curious. How many times have you been cursed?
only once. So if we count the mind memory erasing a curse, it was removed with remove curse, so just one time. So other than that, my experience with curses is admittedly limited.
Maybe you need to be cursed then.
Yeah, more experience.
Perhaps if this dwarf artisan doesn't come through, I'll consider it.
That's not exciting.
I've had enough excitement for my time, or at least for the next couple days. The dragon was a lot.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, come on. We have a cult out there. There's plenty of excitement around every corner.
That's the sort of excitement that more makes me anxious than excited.
Well, it certainly keeps us on our toes.
Right. I guess we'll have to be careful when we get to Starport. Make sure that people who are interested in Epsilon are actually interested, not just feigning interest to try and keep an eye on us.
Yeah, we don't need any nosy busybodies in our business.
Yes. Got enough of those already.
I should add, Epsilon has been to Starport a few times. Probably not a ton, because your job was more, do things with House Lyson. But you have definitely been here, and I believe you've been here in the last 5 years as well. You are aware, Starport, famously to some local extent, has very strong security measures. There are spires that make it so certain magics do not work inside the premise of Starport.
Oh, they got a Mythal. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Where's my notes? Yeah. So, you, Epsilon, would be aware, and anybody else on the continent could really be aware of this if they so choose, because they could have heard about it. Within Starport, illusion, teleportation, and enchantment magics of lower tiers just do not work.
Uh-oh.
Like,
There goes your
physically
suggestion
cannot
idea.
be cast. The magic will fizzle. You are aware, Epsilon, is you have some very important connections within the city. There are ways to override this, but the guilds have to issue you medallions that do it. The people who can override this are very closely tracked and registered.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
unlike Fortuna, and most of you would probably know this, generally casting magics in the street of Starport is frowned upon when they are targeting other people.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess.
You know, as Fortuna is our lawless wild, wild west, Starport is a much more civilized city.
It's from a civilized age.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
I'll share that, but in a much more rudimentary way.
Magic no worky.
Yeah.
So, will I be able to do anything? Even like if it's from like a celestial being?
You could try it, but if it doesn't work, that's when.
I might need the sword then.
You want a machete?
If that's all you have, I guess that would do. But I would prefer something nicer like a rapier because they look pretty.
I mean, you're welcome to borrow my crossbow.
Oh, okay. I guess that would work. I'm better at range anyway. I think I would get cut down if I was.
I also have a rapier in my inventory that I have no idea where I got it from. So you
I'm
could
not
have
sure
that.
if I actually know how to use one anyway, so I guess I would just have to use the crossbow. Because I can't blow holes in people.
Okay, I can let you borrow my crossbow. Mike, how do I give items to people?
If you go to your character sheet, and you go to your inventory, you'll have your inventory things there. The little like handshaky icon in the middle,
Okay.
on the right side. If you click that, it'll let you pick a person.
Okay, I offered it to you.
I'm opening Foundry.
that would help.
Yeah.
I'd even stop the check that everybody was in it like I usually do.
I wasn't. I mean, we weren't using the map, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea if I received it or not.
I clicked offer.
I have a light crossbow in my inventory. Was that already there? Or
Does
is
it
just
say
a normal
repeating
crossbow?
light crossbow?
No, that'd be pretty
Okay.
cool though.
It's not my light crossbow then.
Okay.
I mean, for you, it doesn't really matter. If you already have a light crossbow, it's actually the same. So. you might
Oh,
as-
okay. I
probably
already have
shouldn't,
one then.
Actually. Yeah. Because. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know how it works with the revised martial weapons. We can. We'll figure it out when it comes to it.
I think crossbow is pretty straightforward on the list. Let me look at it real fast.
I think light crossbows is just the same for everything, but so it shouldn't really make a difference.
Yeah, I think things on the crossbow that change like loading actions.
Yeah. But we won't worry
Yeah,
about it. I think you're like
you reload with an attack with simple, and your range is a little shorter.
With normal. Oh, okay. It would be better than for you to have my crossbow. But it didn't seem to work when I tried to give it to. I mean, I can try it again.
Yeah, try again now that she's connected.
Okay, I clicked offer. Oh, that was for test character. Shit, I had to do caliber. Don't give it to test
why
character.
it didn't work.
Yeah. And the first time I did Calamir, the second time I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Yeah, that time it popped up.
There we go.
Now I have a repeating light crossbow.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So how does this work?
It's a light crossbow, but it has 6 shots before you need to reload.
Oh, I also don't have any crossbow bolt. Oh no, I do. It won't let me use it.
You should.
How do I make it let me use my
Oh, one second, I got you. It's because I made a different ammo for that because it's you like reload the ammo. Here's my revised martial equipment ammo. me pull that in for you. I forgot I did that. Okay.
Will I be able to? I'll be able to shoot once per turn with it. Then.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me just load this thing up for you real fast and assign it properly. I forgot. I have to do a little
Get out of here,
magic
Sam.
for this.
With your little quirky bits.
Oh, is she in chat?
Yeah. I'm just
Sam!
I
kidding.
said she might stop by.
Don't cry.
I'm
Don't put crying
here.
emojis.
There we go.
We
I'm
stole your
making a
garden,
huge
and now we're
pouting
taking all your
face,
plants.
Just so you know, Sam.
Burning the garden.
Yes, we're smoking all of your garden.
Yes. It's a grand time.
You can't threaten her with that because she knows you wouldn't do it because you want
Also,
the
you're
plants.
missing John's shirt. You would like John's shirt.
John
I will
does have a
say,
shirt.
for everyone we meet in Starport, we are introducing you as the leader of the group. So make sure you're prepared for that.
Sunflowers. You trying to die, Alex?
Light crossbow should not be set up for you. There we go. Doesn't show ammo on the front page, but it's fine. Should pull from your you have
Flower shirt's
loaded
pretty
crossbow
great.
bolts and crossbow bolts. So this thing takes like a magazine basically of 6 shots before it
Yeah.
has to be reloaded. For you, it takes a full attack action to reload it, as you
That's
are not martially
sucks.
trained.
But
Yep.
I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully we don't get into too many fights here, though, because I would like to use my magic much more.
I will point out, meta knowledge wise, the only magic inhibited is illusion, teleportation, and enchantment.
Oh, okay. So
Doesn't affect
a
Eldritch
PTU
Blast.
would probably work.
Yes, that's an evocation
Oh.
spell, and you would be fine. You would get in trouble if you cast it on people, because you'd get into trouble if you shot someone with a crossbow too.
You said evocation? Or no, not evocation. Illusion,
I'll put this in chat for you guys.
enchantment.
For
Okay.
meta knowledge, these are the ones that don't work.
Oh, okay. So I could still do Revivify and Counterspell. That's important.
Yeah, I'm saying you could probably still do most of your stuff.
I don't like that I'm the only one with Counterspell. I really don't like that. I feel like I have to keep my spell slots ready at all times in case we come across a spellcaster who tries to fireball us.
Just let it happen. I mean, doesn't bother me if you guys don't have counter spells ready.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just drop the spell. Fuck us
There
up.
you go. That's what we're talking. Okay.
I shouldn't be
So-
drinking coffee this
I swear if I have to take counterspell as a magical secrets.
It'd be useful.
Yeah, I don't get those until level 12.
Oh. Hopefully we won't get to the point where we need to have more than 2 counter spells at one time, but we probably will someday.
dump
Whistles
counter.
innocently.
I won't dump counter spell.
Okay. So, anything else this long rest?
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think-
I said nice things to Kalon. That's all I
Mhm.
wanted to do.
Noted. Nice words. Okay. Then you guys can take your long rest. I would like some perception-y checks from the boys on watch. I believe Izzy is also watching if you want, right?
Yeah, Izzy
That is
also
the general
watches.
go-to plan.
Izzy watches the Watchers.
Epsilon watches real good, though.
How the fuck do I find Izzy's stat?
Roll for the wagon.
I feel
Izzy
like
is under
this should just-
summons.
Oh, summons. Okay.
Be my
Yeah.
my passive perception because I literally can't do anything different during my. I can't like be distracted.
Oh,
or-
come on, Izzy.
Seems kind of weird, but I don't
Unlike
mind.
Izzy.
Shit.
Who can be distracted.
Yeah.
Can Dizzy make a watch roll? Because Dizzy only sleeps for like 4 hours,
Sure. Yes.
as elephants actually do. Only sleep
Yes.
for 4 hours.
We're gonna do what with
Yes.
the cannon? This is a circus
Mount
now.
it to the back of the
Yes.
elephant.
We have an elephant. We have a cannon.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad
They
I got
distracted
that
each
4,
other.
3, 2, and 1 out of the way.
And you're doing fantastic.
I just did a Mike. Mike did. The
I'm gonna need
same
you to hand
thing
my
in
dice
game
back,
on
please.
Oh, nice.
Monday. Yeah,
It
I
was
trying to fight
it was
strong.
not
It
great,
was
chat. It was not
Oh.
great.
I killed him.
She did. He did. He died.
All right, Pizzle.
Strahd
I
used
pulled
him like a
Mickey
Capri
through the
Sun.
plane and then smited him.
Yeah. Yeah. Capri Sun, hold the sun.
Mistakes were made. All right.
You know what? It was going great up until that point, but
It was.
usually
You guys
does.
I told Alex this, but he had like 10 hit points left at one point.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah.
That's why I got
You know,
desperate.
when you stun Strahd, you keep punching. That's all I gotta say.
And then he pulls you with his magical horse through a plane and kills you.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Hey, go down swinging. That's all I'm hearing.
Okay. But
Oh,
speaking
yeah.
of vampires, the sun rises on our next day.
All right. Who poofs?
Um,
No drink.
weirdly, Henry starts to disintegrate. Just
What?
kidding.
No, wait, he
no.
always does that.
Henry
He's just
stepped
a
into the
phoenix.
shade to avoid direct sunlight. No vampires in your current vicinity, as far as you guys are aware. But yeah, anything you guys want to do before you get on the road? You have a couple days journey on your way to.
I'll throw a quick prayer to Kalon and be like, hey, you know, a lot of good shit happened. I'm pretty disappointed that you didn't give me any messages. Maybe tomorrow night? That would be chill, dude. Okay? Thanks for all the
Working on
power. Blessed be your name. Amen.
He's working on it. He may or may not have used a lot of juice the other day to give you a very prophetic vision.
How much downtime?
Calamari gives no shits. She wants more.
He may or may not have a recharge period.
Refractory
fine.
period.
Yeah.
How
He's
much,
not
how much downtime we talking about there?
well, it depends what you guys wants to do. So if you guys don't have things you would like to do before you get rolling, we can get on the road. So last call for daunting things.
I'm
I'm
gonna
pretty
go
sure
right
I
now.
harvested everything that I wanted. We ate what we could.
Mhm.
So I'm
And then you left them a pile of meat.
Yep, and we have the dragon eggs somewhere in a barrel, I think.
Yes, I believe that was the plan. Okay.
So we weren't sure if it needed oxygen, if it needed to be kept warm.
It just needs to be
We have
in a
no
cloaca,
idea.
okay? And the barrel is the closest thing to that.
If it's already been laid, does it need to be in
It's not in a cloaca anymore.
We had to cut it out of it, so maybe it still needs to be.
No, the
you
dragon
did not have to
egg
cut
was in
it
the
out of
horde.
it.
Oh, it was outside. Oh, okay. I thought we
Yeah,
we did not
harvested
have
from
to
the
do
inside.
that.
No.
Oh no, it
You
was like
cut
a pearl,
the
right?
heart out of it, and you
Oh,
cut a
heart.
pearl out of its guzzler.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I misremembered.
God, I remember this dragon fight a lot more brutal than I remembered. God damn.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yes. Okay, if there's nothing else, you guys can do your journey, and we'll get rolling. I will let you know right now. There are no encounters you will face on your road between here and Starport. That gives you 3.5 days of travel time, arriving around noon at Starport on the final day. is there anything you guys would like to do during this ride? If you want to talk
Can I
about
work?
things now that you're outside of, the town where Jan's party is, before you get to Starport, if you have any downtimey things you'd like to be doing during this period.
We brought our new follower with, right? We got Olaf, or whatever his name was. Zog? We got Zog?
No. Og is not following you guys.
Come on, we got a
Og
new follower.
agreed to defend Danton with
ranch.
Jan's party. Og and Theo specifically are looking forward to hunting in the area.
Don't worry, we'll get more followers in Starport.
Okay. I would like to continue my antitoxin research. See if I can get some time in on that.
Okay.
Goblin.
Did we end up drinking all the antitoxin?
We did not. Not that I know of.
No, I still have one on myself. I show.
You got one? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you didn't even need it.
Yeah. Something about constructs and poison and whatnot.
And being godlike or something.
About to read
Should've
that
rolled a
book like
different
crazy,
dragon.
baby. Let's go.
Fight would have been so much different if it was a black dragon.
Yes, it would have.
I don't think we would have taken the fight if it was a black dragon.
Yeah.
No, probably not. But it's
If we have
fine.
3.5 days, I want to
Yes.
train Dizzy to do some trick. I was working on that a while ago, and I want to keep trying.
Okay.
Ooh, what kind of tricks you got?
Like put her foot up on a barrel, trumpet on command. Turn around. Maybe pick me up with her trunk if she's strong enough.
Sure. Okay. So, people who are doing intelligence-based things, that is antitoxin research, goblin language. If you can roll me 3d20 plus 3 times your intelligence modifier, I will handle that on your sheets for you. If you want to see where it's being tracked, you can go to your downtime section, and you'll be able to see there's a little intelligence score thingy there out of what you need to have. And what you roll on your checks gets added to it. When the bar is filled up, you have learned the thing.
I can just roll the.
You can also just click it 3 times if you want.
Neat.
I was just gonna save you a little effort. Calamira, if you'd like to give me 3 charisma checks plus your charisma modifier.
Ooh, I'm
So
good
just-
at that one. Okay.
Yeah, 3d20 plus 3 times charisma mod.
Oh god. Alright. Part of me wants to use the DM inspiration for that. God damn it.
How many of these do you have to do, Eric?
3. No, it's fine. I'm gonna call it sometimes I'm just burnt out. It happens. It happens. Also, Evelina's teaching Elias.
Stop.
Yes, I've got that one.
Can Monty attempt to compose a song?
You can certainly try.
Can we get guidance from Evelina? Or is she?
Not for these.
Yeah.
Wow, we did not roll. Hot.
Can I get guidance from Adeline?
You can, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. What do I want for compose a song? I guess give me a performance. I would put composing under that.
She looks so soft.
She's very soft. I feed her good shit.
All right, let's give it a go. Come on, Alex Dice. No.
You have blast or a
I love that
guidance?
your dice look like they are Elton John's dice.
Okay, 14. It's good. It's not bad. You think it could still use some work, but it is a passable piece of music.
I'll work on it over multiple days.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a love. No, it's a
With a total of 36. What trick you can have Dizzy learn a trick to completion during this? What do you want?
I would like Dizzy to learn to pick me up with her trunk and set me on her back.
Okay. Okay. Dizzy now, as an action, can pick a Calamira or a small creature up and place it on Dizzy's back.
Does Ulysses count as a small creature?
No, Elise is wearing like actual gear.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if an elephant could pick a child up. Like she could pick Elias up. Not a problem there.
I just thought it'd be a fun prank, but
Yeah. I don't know if an elephant of a normal sized elephant, I should point, can pick a full grown like adult male up with its trunk alone.
Okay,
I've seen it.
But Ulysses is scrawny.
Yes, but Elise also carries a bunch of gear and has a breastplate.
She's also fairly tall.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll say
This is the
I'll
second
put it
tall
on
person
Dizzy's
party,
sheet
I think.
later, just so it's there.
How tall
But,
is he?
as an action.
I think he's like 5'11" or something.
Oh, okay. That's not that tall.
I think Epsilon might be.
Or something. He's just
Epsilon might
screaming.
actually be the
With an eight
tallest. He's
strength.
just not.
Epsilon's definitely tallest. Epsilon's like
Yeah.
6'1" or something.
No, I think he's just 6. Like he's not. He's not
This is a
giant.
short party.
I think
remember
you're just all
Epsilon were
average.
really low on like the Warforged height.
I'm
He's
pretty
like a-
sure I'm higher than a 6 out of 10, guys. I would say I'm more like 7, 8.
Oh,
No, yeah, it's
Epsilon's
6 foot
like
flat.
a 9 with
Yeah.
that purple glow. A 9.
Mhm. There you go.
So with hat,
Okay.
Monty and Epsilon are
Which
the
is-
same height.
Double checks. It looks like everything went appropriately on the sheets.
You're such a ham.
Yeah, looks like the sheets went correctly. Okay, cool, perfect. I'm
Please
just gonna
don't call me. I'm petting
scoot
you.
this on over here. Okay. Me do Elias's stuff. What is
So I'm working
going on
over
here?
multiple days, Mike. Could I roll again?
Yes, I will get. I'll give you 2 more rolls.
Okay. Come on. We'll
You
have
can be
it.
guided both times. Oh, I saw that. I saw
Wow.
the first one. Oh no. Okay,
I
the last
did
one was the
say
12 and not
that.
the 2. Good. Good.
Jeez. Can't roll well today, apparently.
It's okay. Get them out now. When the fun little RP
Yeah.
tidbits.
All right. It's okay.
Okay, 21. 21. You've got a solid piece of music there on the last day. You're like, okay, this is solid. This is good. I mean, you're not Mozart, but you have a pretty solid composition going. What kind of music are you writing?
I'm writing a ballad to recount our battle over the dragon and how we defeated it. In particular, it's going to feature definitely going to feature Epsilon
Mm-hmm.
most heavily. Let's see, who did the second most? I guess Vincent stabbed it in the butt and then killed it.
Vincent did a
So
lot of damage.
Vincent will be second, and then I'll put
Plant gates were pretty cool too.
Playing gates were good. Playing gates worked, but then lower feature the other 3, and Jan will be mentioned.
I like it. I like it. Okay, well, you have a pretty solid ballad completed. Dizzy has learned a new trick, and as an action can pick Calamir or a smaller creature up and place it on its back. Well, I should say
show Elias
willing
very
creature.
excitedly.
Dizzy's just picking Elias up, placing Elias on its back very proudly, incredibly proud of itself. Elias is having a blast. Yeah, that's like the best. Like those Disney like simple like rides where they go around in a circle and they just go up and down slowly, like the flying elephants. It's just that, but with
And
an
now
actual
Dizzy
elephant.
just has to bench press or trunk press the two of us,
Yep.
enough times, and then she could pick up episode 1. Baby steps. Gotta get her trunk looking thick.
I like it. Okay. Anything else you guys would have liked to do while you were traveling and camping for those nights? Any potions you'd like to have concocted in your 3 evenings?
If
No, I'm just gonna focus on the
Antitoxin?
research.
Okay.
if Calamira continues to not receive any dreams, she will continue with her sassy prayers every morning.
Calamira will not get any dreams during this trip, and I guess we'll continue with a bunch of sassy prayers.
Sass to 11.
Which is wonderful.
She's like, it's been 4 days. She's no step.
Okay. Then, on the final day of your trip, the technically 4th day, as it's 3.5 of travel, just before noon, right? I guess you would have seen this further out. A large city looms in your distance with pristine white stone walls and a multitude of towers, many of which that end in a large crystal spire, looms in the distance. Epsilon, you are aware that this is Starport in all of its weird Starporty glory. It is a weird city on this continent.
Oh shit, we made a wrong turn. No, I'm just kidding. This is nice.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
It has walls reminiscent of many of the larger cities you've all been to, Doka especially. Although Doka's towers are slightly more impressive, these are more artistic. As you grow closer, you see that even the walls themselves are like inlaid with this like blue-gray metal that runs almost like a pattern across it. And as you approach, a guard will step out from a small, at this point, toll house, and put his hand up for your cart to come to a stop. And at this point, I need to ask, what is the current traveling orientation? Do we have a
Big
dizzy?
cart.
And do we have a magic carpet?
I think Edeline would have the magic carpet out because it's Edeline. Dizzy's going to be on Calamira. I think I'm sitting with... Actually, no.
Dizzy is on Calamir.
Oh,
Dizzy is on Calamira, correct. I think
That's
Edeline is
crushing
directly
injuries.
just teaching Elias, so I don't think there's a magic carpet out, right?
Most likely not at that point then, if she's
Then it's
still
just
teaching. it,
Epsilon and
when she
me
goes on this.
in the front, and Edeline and Elias in the back.
Shoot. Thought I already did this. Shoot. Beautiful. Okay.
That's a big ass map.
It is. It is. Starport. It is a pretty big city. It is not the biggest city you guys have ever been on. Also, I guess this doesn't need vision. Where's my... I don't need token vision on this map. Boop. There we go. Make sure this is displayed nicely. There we go. Yes. So you arrive outside the city of Starport. And important things to note. These little dots are the towers. Starport is a port city and has an open port out in the ocean. There. And there's really only one big road in and out of Starport. And it is the one that you guys have arrived on. Okay, so Dizzy's rolling out front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then a guard will step up to Dizzy and Dizzy's riders. And for the first time this trip, The guard is not phased by an elephant, and will approach you with his hand up. Hold. Welcome to Starport.
Uh-huh.
Can you please state your business in our city?
Pass. And I point to somebody behind me.
It's Elise riding Dizzy with you.
Hello, sir. We are here in the city to make use of its fine artisans, libraries, and hopefully the bank as well.
And breweries.
Can you say that again, Calamir?
Breweries.
That's pretty good.
He will nod and he will pull out a scroll from his side, jot down some information, and without kind of looking up at you, just go, anything to declare, any mercantile business.
That's right. Epsilon, do you need a carnet of some kind? Are you planning on doing any sort of business in the city?
I will lean over to Vincent and
We will be doing much business in the city.
Yes, that's right. We have wares that we're going to be looking to sell and stuff we're looking to buy as well.
Okay. He will look up, he will just flip his paper over and go, wares, craft goods, raw goods, food goods.
I'm just gonna sigh, and Epsilon, can you just take out the dragon head and just be done with it?
yeah, I'll produce a dragon head and
Yes, and yeah, some of its other parts, and then I don't know. Really shopping for anything that catches my eye, I guess. I know there's a lot of harassment here, so you guys got a lot going on.
He will raise an eyebrow at the war-forged voice from the
Oh, I apologize. Epsilon, you know, it's a show garden. You did it with the house license.
Yeah. And for the first time now, Calamir, this man has been very composed, and this has been just like daily business. The Warforged from the back cart produces a dragon head, and you see palpable shock. And he takes a moment and he thinks, food goods, mercantile goods, raw goods, and checks it, flips his paper back over, and looks back up at the Warforged, pauses for a moment, looks over to Monty.
He's not for sale. Don't even ask me that question. No craft goods.
And he kind of just looks at you for a second and goes, oh, pardon me, I did not presume that we were selling people.
Good.
Of course not.
That'd be fucked up.
But on that note, how many peoples are in your party?
6.
6 people, 1 wagon, 1 elephant.
I can put the elephant away if it's gonna cost extra money.
And he'll kind of just like raise an eyebrow at you. Goes,
Don't worry about it.
would cost stabling?
What?
He's like, it would cost stabling?
Oh,
And
no,
at this
okay,
point,
not
a
like
second guard is just
fee.
walking up to make sure everything's all right with him. And he kind of leans over and goes, she said she could put an elephant away.
I could eat a lot. Then I tap my stomach.
Both guards will like look up, raise an eyebrow, look at each other. The second guard will like kind of chuckle, pat the first guard on the shoulder, and walk back to the toll house. And the first guard will continue. Okay, 6 people. Scratch elephant. Okay. How long do you plan to stay in Starport?
Oh, I don't know.
Couple weeks, Mike, I think.
Indeterminate time.
At least a week.
That's very.
It's quite all right.
Yeah, probably for like several days.
Between a few days and a couple weeks, I reckon.
Less than a month, but more than a day.
It is no problem to us as long as you cause none yourselves. And he will finish writing on his sheet, flip it over. He will rip off a piece of paper, walk over and hand it to Monty, reaching up the elephant. And it is basically a copy of everything he's written down.
I'll mage hand it up.
Perfect. Your entry toll is 1 gold and 6 silver, please.
All right. We pay that out of the party.
Do you accept hats?
My hat's more
What?
valuable than that.
Yeah, I'd say your hats are way more valuable than that.
Fine.
But yeah. With that, welcome to Starport. If it is your first time here, please note magical use and aggressive acts within the city are strongly prohibited. And he reads very monotone, a bunch of laws that you very much expect to be laws in a civilized place. But they've gotten used to reading these out loud because people come here after going to Fortuna a lot.
Fair enough.
It is important to note that if you are under any illusionary or enchantment effects upon entering the city, they may end suddenly. Please do not be alarmed. Casting magic of enchantment, illusion, or teleportation schools within the city may result in disruption, bodily harm, or other side effects. And with
Quick
that,
aside, Mike, was
Yes?
this the plan to reveal the Epsilon and the Monty thing when the enchantment magic wears off?
no, because that's a high enough school of magic level of magic that it would not have been affected by Starport's stuff.
Yeah. That's like 10th level shit.
Meta knowledge spell levels 4 and lower don't work.
Oh. So all of our spells.
All of your current spells, yes. But like
At low level, I was like, my thirds
the
will probably
the
work.
large scale field of this city is not strong enough to stop like an archmage from deciding to do some shit there.
It's just there to stop the hooligans.
Yes, it stops you from using enchantment or illusion when you're like bartering in their very famous bazaar, and that kind of stuff.
No more invisible Vincent.
Yeah, invisibility will not work in this city.
Damn.
Neither will disguise self unless you upcast it to 5th level.
I can't.
Seems
Side
fun.
note,
Very-
most other magical items that do similar effects to these levels will also not work. So like the tattoo won't work.
It's a lot of my
But yes.
spells.
I'm sorry, it's a city well-versed in magic that knows how this stuff gets
Yeah.
used.
Hey, I can still do slow. That's good.
This city is basically the bane of arcane tricksters.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And with that being said, he will welcome you to the city and return to the toll booth. He will also instruct that right at the city entrance here. These 2 little like spots. I paused the game. I didn't mean to. Let me grab the marker. That'll help. Why don't it? These things here. You can park your wagon there and have it stored. It is 1 silver a day to have your wagon watched there and stored appropriately with the city guard.
Did we plan to take the wagon into the city? I know there are a couple things you had wanted to sell, perhaps. I don't know if there are things that can just be carried without the wagon.
Yeah, I think we would have to bring it just for the sheer like size of the dragon head and stuff.
That, or we could parade it around the bazaar.
On like the flying carpet, you mean, or something?
Oh, that's a good
Epsilon.
idea.
That's not bad.
I want to like make our name for ourselves the first day, but draw a lot of attention with the giant cult after us.
Does the can Epsilon carry the dragon head? Is it heavy? Is it too heavy?
Epsilon can carry the dragon head, yes. But Epsilon is not carrying a lot of other stuff if he's
Can
carrying
he
the dragon.
overhead
take it.
press the
That
dragon?
is me. Yeah, like that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh.
Can the overhead press the dragon head?
Yes. Luckily, Epsilon doesn't have muscles that fatigue in the same way a human does.
I can clean jerk. Yeah, dragon. All right. Yeah.
Well, perhaps a better idea.
Epsilon does
would
and then
be-
slams it down.
There's that sound.
I mean, in a town that deals with such, well, clearly they deal with a lot of magic items. I'd hope they have some sort of auction house. Perhaps you might want to look for something like that. Can see we could sell it to the highest bidder.
So I know they have this bazaar.
Yeah.
Do I know, like, particularly if there is a good spot to sell exotic items like this?
So, more or less, yes. So the way Starport works, and let me, as you guys kind of enter the city, I'll give you the rundown that Epsilon would know and can tell you, and you could have asked the guard if you wanted as well. The city is ruled by a council of guilds. There are 13 of them on the council, although there are 5 really important seats known as the 5 seats of the council. These are the Architects Guild, the Artificers Guild, the Alchemists Guild, the Cartographers Guild, and the Merchants Guild. They basically run as a oligarchy based on meritocracy. The city. There is technically a landed title in this city who would formally be the one who has to answer the call by the principality right now. And that is the head of the Artificers Guild, Guildmaster Kadem Mage Shaper. He is a dwarf. And somebody Epsilon is familiar with. In the city proper itself, the bazaar is this area here. This whole kind of like open area is full of all kinds of crazy things. Tents, floating platforms, displays of like crazy magical items. The buildings themselves are more renowned standing shops. Usually some of the guilds have like their stores here, even though they're headquarters elsewhere. Many of these like wards, like areas like this here.
Are we supposed to be able to see the whole map?
Yes. Can you not see
Okay.
the whole map?
No, I gave myself a torch and I can see a portion of the map.
Oh, weird. I turned vision requirement off. We turned fog exploration off. Can you see now?
No, I turned my torch off, so now I can't see anything.
Let me turn on global illumination.
I
There
see
shouldn't
my
be
token,
vision
right?
problems.
Okay, yeah, I can see everything.
How's that? Is that better? Silly people without dark vision fooling my map reading. Okay. The thing by the gate is the like guard houses where they store traveling wagons and stuff. The guards will basically assure that your stuff will be safe with them to the best of their capabilities, and will charge you, if you want to store it there, a silver a day. This central area here, kind of everything from like this here, this weird shape, is like the bazaar, and there's constantly different stalls, crazy things, foods, people showing off effectively flamethrowers, all kinds of stuff. Each of these like little wards is basically controlled by a guild, and they have their personal guild halls and a lot of their affiliated shops and buildings in there. There is one main guard force here. Not a lot of standing military because they are at Asterdale. But the main guard force, unlike somewhere like Doka, where it was split into 3 factions, or Fortuna, where it was basically adventurers who have too much time on their hands, seem to be properly trained and under the 5 seats direct authority. This thing in the center here, inside of its own walls, is what's called the Crystal Hall. If you've seen the old like Justice League or Super Friends cartoons, it is a big ass like pointy temple looking thing with a big crystal front to it. It is very impressive. It looks like the Hall of Justice. Um, the docks are on the west side. There are a handful of temples kind of scattered throughout the city to various gods and goddesses, as is true about most cities here. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Do you guys want to leave your wagon at the gates, or would you like to take it with you into the city itself? Which you can do. You'll just be responsible for it yourself.
How much stuff do you guys need to carry into the city to sell?
You guys have a...
The wings shouldn't really take much space. It's really the head that's the biggest issue.
What are we
Head
doing
is
with the
very
heart?
big. You've got a lot of bones. You have the heart. You have the pearl.
And the wings.
You have piles of scales.
All right, maybe
like,
we do need the
Crates of
back.
scales.
Yeah, we're gonna need the wagon.
You guys basically broke down a adult green dragon, although on the other side of adult, and are hauling that around with you. I mean, your options are really leave the wagon with the guards or leave the wagon somewhere else.
Because I think we can load up some of that stuff on the carpet, and I can carry some stuff as well. But I don't if that'll satisfy it.
It depends what you guys want to do, but yeah, you could carry a lot of it. Your wagon right now is full of green dragon bones, coal and iron ore, barrels of water,
Right.
the dragon egg.
How many? What can we carry with the carpet? How much can we carry with the carpet? Is my question.
Your carpet's carrying capacity is 400 pounds, I believe.
All right. Let's do bones and scales for the carpet, and Epsilon can carry the head to parade.
Yep, you could do that. I mean, is your plan to sell all of that stuff in the market right now?
We'll take it around town, and I think we're gonna also carry Ulise's chest on the carpet because we're gonna need to find lodging.
Gotcha.
True.
So let's find lodging while we parade this stuff, so we can catch some eyes.
Okay. So what are you doing with your wagon then?
I think we will stow our wagon at the gate. So if we need to sell more, we'll come back with a carpet and grab more stuff.
And I can put the horses in the necklace.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Okay. So horses and Dizzy are going into the necklace.
Yeah.
Got it. And you are stowing the wagon with the guards, or just leaving it there?
We're going to be stowing it, like at a wagon storage, or us, or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay. That's basically what it is. Yeah. Then you guys will get a receipt to pick up your wagon later. You can of course come and go as you want. You just can't take the wagon out until you pay them.
Right.
Which is 1 silver a day, which I don't think concerns you guys at all. But you basically get 10 days on a gold. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how much would it be to just like get a carriage or something to take us to the market?
Would not be that expensive.
I don't think any of them would take a freaking dismembered dragon head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a 5-minute walk until you hit market.
Okay, it's close.
So it's probably not worth grabbing a carriage.
And what about lodging?
But
where's lodging going to be?
There are lodging all over the place that you guys can look for once we get back from a short break. Because we'll take our break right now, and then we'll do city things.
What? Sam's not here to feed her doggos. I'm kidding.
Unfortunately, Sam's not the only person with doggos who may need to be fed.
Dogs aren't important. Let's.
So yeah, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. Public. You are now on stream if that was not clear. I try to be very clear about where I have put you guys. Okay. You have entered Starport, the very fancy city where some magic does not work. You have stowed your wagon and have begun to look for some place to lodge and what to do. And you guys are just taking a bunch of all the dragon stuff on the carpet. Is that the plan?
Not all, but as much as we can.
I think you can get like all the dragon on there.
Fuck it. If we can get the whole dragon on it, we can get the whole dragon on it.
Most of the weight of the dragon was the meat, which you don't have because you left that for them to cure and eat, so that they don't have to worry about food for a while.
I mean, head's got to be pretty heavy, right?
Yeah,
The head is definitely heavy, but if you guys, yeah, Epsilon's carrying the head himself. You have 300 pounds of bones on the carpet, so if nobody's like on the carpet and you're just like pulling it behind you like a cart, you can put the rest of the scales and stuff on there too.
And Monty's chest.
Yeah, and Monty's chest, that works.
And Monty's chest.
Okay. As you guys make your way into the city, I've labeled a couple things. The bazaar is outlined and a couple potentially useful locations later. I have marked for reference when appropriate. But you guys make your way downtown. Yes, and as you walk, faces do pass. And you see there are
down.
You are not. Most of you are pretty far from home, actually. Epsilon princess waves at everybody who passes, as there are definitely gawkers. One, you guys are touting a dragon head held by a warforged who looks pretty damaged. He's got a lot of battle markings and a couple new ones from fighting a dragon in melee for a while and being dropped and going unconscious. Life happens. And the fact that you also, in addition to that, have a magic carpet full of dragon pieces, presumably as you tout a head. But as you walk deeper into the city and get a better eye of the bazaar, you realize you're not the only person who's using a magic carpet or other floating contraption to haul a bunch of random stuff around. Okay. Sorry, I checked during our break, weather stuff. And my brother just Discord pings me. I'm like, that was what was supposed to happen if things go scary. It's food. Cools. There we go. I see Chase in chat. I pinged you back. Okay. Yeah. As you walk in, you see there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the bazaar. People hawking all kinds of wares, from tasty smelling foods to flamethrowers to magic carpets, as if it's a used car dealership. All kinds of things are being bought and sold in the bazaar, and you see the markings of basically this whole row of buildings here are different inns and taverns. So you guys have your pick of them. If you guys want to ask around, you can ask around for opinions.
I'm gonna look to Monty. Your choice.
I'll see what I can find. I feel like we deserve the nicest accommodations, given what we just went through. I'll go and look for a reputable source on the city's accommodations and see which one looks the best.
Okay. You guys gotta make your way in here. There are tons of people. If you want to give me like a charisma check. If you have investigation, you can add proficiency.
Can I
Nope.
assist?
You certainly can assist.
I assist.
And
with this.
yeah, Edeline will, as always, apply the guidance.
Very good. I will look as cute as
Oh, yeah.
possible, and like we need help.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We don't
yeah,
need that
you,
much help.
I mean, a 22 is pretty solid there. Yeah, you'll find out that this one right here, like second in, why won't you let me cross my A? Whatever. M lambda. It'll work. Or the Mirthful Anvil is renowned to be one of the nicer establishments. They have their own kind of private guard to keep it from getting too rowdy when the bazaar kind of peaks up into the inn and tavern itself. And the tavern portion, Monty, to you, is more reminiscent of the really fine dining establishments in the what's it called, in Doka, than some of the places, especially the one you stayed in Fortuna, where you got a gruel if you were kind of lucky. I mean, that's really like playing it down. It was not that bad. It was a lot of potatoes, though.
I'm gonna have to make sure no one comes in here covered in blood, but I think it should fit.
Mm-hmm. And you guys can.
I'll head inside, check what the rates are.
Yep. To your surprise, it seems the person kind of behind the bar in the back of this finer establishment. Now, it's not like the super hoity-toity fine dining that you were in before, but these tables have tablecloths, and they are set.
That's good.
And yeah, it smells nice. It doesn't smell like stale ale and blood and food.
Rotting
It smells
dragon corpse.
Yeah. It smells pleasant, and you notice there are flower arrangements and art, and a few people who are discussing amongst themselves at some tables nicely. It doesn't seem like there is a what's the name? Doesn't seem like there's anybody who walks into your seats. You can sit wherever you want here still, but they definitely take pride in their setup.
I mean, there's flowers here. Marianne's going to want to stay.
Yeah, Marianne's already running upstairs.
Okay. So how much for 3 rooms at this establishment?
So let me pull up my sheet, because of course the thing I didn't open was that. There's always something I don't open. Why did that? Okay. Did you just take me to Google? Okay, whatever. Yes, okay. This will be... My drive is being really mean to me right now. Maybe it's because I have 40 things open. Who knows? Okay. It is 1 gold and 2 silver for a room a day here. Rooms, however, come in singles and doubles with fully furnished like beds, wardrobes, and desks. Like, unlike some of the places that you have stayed before, you have high expectations at this place.
Is everyone else here with me? You guys doing anything else at the moment?
I have not gotten
I don't think I
instructions of breaking
walked in this fine establishment with a dragon
With a
head.
dismembered dragon head?
Yeah, I stayed at the door.
Yeah, Vincent is also staying with Epsilon just in case.
Yeah, protect those.
I don't think we'll go with you or Marianne in this case. Very excited to stay here, of course.
I thought Marianne already went upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the one who's telling us all this.
For comical purposes, she has already run upstairs looking for more flowers.
Do you think anyone would want their own room? I don't really sleep, so I don't need that much privacy.
And probably not.
Probably not.
If my alchemical brewing offends anyone, I can get a separate room just for that.
That's not a bad idea.
No, we are delighted and distracted by it.
I think we'll just do the standard setup. We'll do 3 doubles.
Okay. 3 doubles. You will get 3 sets of 2 keys for the rooms.
Wow,
And,
these ones
they
have
are-
keys.
Uh-huh. Yes, fully locking doors. Mhm.
You know, it's high
Yeah.
class.
Exactly.
Is there's a concierge at this inn?
Yes. Yes, there is.
Okay. After we get the room keys, which hopefully someone is taking out of the party loot because Monty's poor as fuck.
Oh, how
So
much?
that
Um,
is
was it 3 gold, 6 silver
yes.
for the night?
Got it.
Okay. I'll head over, talk with the concierge. I wanted to ask a couple things. One, I wanted to inquire if there is some kind of auction house for, you know, really, like, particularly rare or expensive goods or something like that.
Mhm.
Or if that sort of thing is typically also sold in the bazaar. I will do that one first.
Okay. Super easy question. Super happy to please. Concierge will inform you. The big rectangular building kind of south of the row of inns and taverns there is like a multi-purpose building. It's the guild's venue, is what most people just call it. They just call it the venue at this point. It serves as like a large or 3 large like amphitheaters basically inside. They're large theater squares. On the weekends, for here, starting in 2 days on Friday, they run auctions in there. You can register items to be sold leading up to that if you want, and they'll be sold at auction. In the meantime, they are used by different guilds for different like exhibits of things. They will also inform you, and they will hand you a flyer. Yeah, because they get printed flyers brought to them
Yep.
here, with some loose news stories going on, some advertisements of different places in the city. The big news takeaways or the big headlines on this flyer, which is war. Still at a stalemate at the walls of Asterdale. Kingdom forces dwindle by the day.
Sure they do.
Increase in prices due to pirate activity on the rise in the Calypto's Isles. Shop carefully. And 5 seats to appoint new prestige titles this season on the 23rd, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days from now on a Monday.
Wait, hold on. Can you repeat that part?
Yeah, the 5
seats.
seats.
To appoint? Oh, the 5
I
seats
will-
are the rulers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a council of 13 guilds, but the 5 of them really control it.
Okay.
And the leadership is come to mostly just be called the 5 seats. The other 8 guilds have very little control compared to these 5, and it's kind of just morphed into it. But they will appoint new prestige titles. Here.
Am I still trying to be incognito? Not sure. Other things I wanted to ask about. Are there any well-known libraries in the city?
There are definitely collections of knowledge, but they're all under the control of the guilds. There aren't really any libraries open. Judging by your questions, and you're staying here, they will assume you are from out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in Starport is more or less run through the guilds. If you're not affiliated with the guilds, you're not going to get a lot of the utilities of Starport. The best knowledge collection is definitely in the Crystal Halls, but not just anybody can go into the Crystal Halls. The Alchemist Guild have a solid library from what they've heard. They're, literate, but not really the kind of person who gets taken into these libraries. They hear the Merchant Guild has a solid collection.
Yeah. As a follow-up question, are people with the particular prestige titles that could possibly be bestowed, would they be more welcome amongst the guilds?
Oh, yeah, they are members of the guilds already. It's going to be a big exhibition of talents and inventions and stuff on Monday.
Okay, they're giving awards themselves. Okay, I see.
Yeah. The prestige titles are like super important people, like big famous people. Like if there was a physics guild, Newton would have a prestige title. Right, like they're the famous people.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, they're like people with prestige titles who start their own shops have a lot better luck than people who don't.
Okay, that's an intra guild thing. Okay.
Yes.
All right. We were not looking for a particular merchant here. That guy's in Lingen, right?
Yes.
The one Epsilon was looking for? Okay. Never
yes.
mind. Is there anything I'm forgetting? No.
Not that I can think of that you guys want to ask.
Oh, I'll ask for Edeline. Are there any well-known flower shops in the area?
There are multiple well-known flower shops. There is a whole set of them in the southeast of the bazaar. They usually set up like I'll mark it. Boop. They usually set up around there. They're tents. They vary season to season and week to week what they've got on display and for sale. Their actual facilities are more down in this area.
All right, I'll make sure
That's done.
Italy knows about those. And then final, I just wanted to inquire about which gods are represented in the cities and where I might find their temples.
Okay. Big ones in this city. Kadia, as normal, is often represented in the cities on the human continent. Darndelt has a big temple. He is craftsman. Let me go back to my red that I was marking these in. There we go. Yep. Darndelt is over here.
Epsilon, did we go in?
Which establishment?
Did we go into the inn, or are we still outside?
No, yeah, we're still outside.
All right.
There is a temple to the twins over here on this corner. They are the gods of word. One of them is the god, presides over the god of contracts, which is kind of important here. They like that.
That might be an interesting one to visit, considering what happened to us in Fortuna. We did kind of get, fucked with because we agreed to a contract. Might be something interesting to investigate.
There is a greater conclave of temples over here, including the god of storms, Nesseroth, but they are the wind and navigation gods. There are Eula and What's his name? Blanking on his name. Okay, sheet. Where'd I put you? God names. Who am I missing? Soyus. The god of the gods of storms, sea, navigation, that kind of stuff, over by the docks. I don't know why you won't let me
No
finish that.
soul in this city.
Galdros rarely has his own temple. He's a weird god.
Did I say Galdros?
Galdros is the god of the soul. You asked for souls?
I meant the sun guy.
Oh, soul
The
itself.
one-
No,
the
you're
one
not
you
going to
were kind
find. You don't actually. They don't have a lot of theocratic presence here, so there's no temple to Soul himself in this city.
Okay, cool.
They don't mark themselves as everybody's kind of religious when the gods have active intervention in the world that is noted. But there is no big soul presence. I thought you meant literal souls, and there is a god of souls, Galdros. But him and Nyatl rarely have their own temples or shrines. They're not people who are usually worshipped like that. You'll find them in graveyards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's like worshiping Anubis.
Right.
It's done, but it's not the thing you want in your city.
I mean, it'd be the guy to ask about Epsilon's stone, but we don't have him around.
If you want to ask about items, there are tons of people here. You're looking at the prestige artificers on the continent.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's the stone Epsilon has, there's the crystal we found underneath the mine. Are there any other items that we would like a closer look at?
I'm gonna pull the gem out of my. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna pull the gem out.
Hear a sound?
That's what I was going to say.
And probably the bracelet or the armband.
Yeah, that one hasn't done too much yet. You sure you don't want me to identify the gem, Vincent?
No, I'm okay. This one I will keep close to the vest.
All right. So yeah, that just leaves asking about the big green crystal, and then if Epsilon wants to, I mean, that's a pretty personal item of his.
Yeah, he's been open with it about you guys.
I'll say this
about him,
one.
you know, seeing-
Monty has come back out to talk with
Okay.
everyone.
I was because you can get referrals for specific items if you want. But I've assumed you were not listing the magic items in your possession to the random concierge you had just met.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to make sure that one's okay with Epsilon first, because that's like his personal thing. But yeah, I'll tell him also about the auction house. Like that might be a pretty good place to look for a buyer for the head. I feel like that's something, if you are a nobleman, you bid on because you want it on your mantle or something like that.
So you're saying you've come out now?
Yeah, I came back outside to talk with what I just learned.
I think that's an excellent idea on both fronts. Would love to learn some answers about the orb, as well as offload this big head, as nice as it is to get the looks for it, other than being a warforged. Nice to make some money.
Yeah, and I did write a song about our battle, so perhaps I could try and spread that around a little bit before the date of the auction. Might help to get you a little bit more
Get a
notoriety.
good story going. Yeah, I would think that.
I guess the one thing it doesn't
Real
look like-
bard things.
real bard things. Advertise the sale of your
Yeah.
dragon head.
Sing Ballad of Party. I didn't know. I don't know. We still had bards who did this. I thought all bards just slept with dragons.
Yeah, that's not Monty. Monty's the
No.
sing the tales of our battles type bard. It looks like though, and Monty will lower his voice at this point. It looks like it's going to be hard to find too much information here about the order. There's not really accessible public libraries or accessible libraries at all unless we're members of the guilds. And I don't plan on taking up a trade anytime soon. I mean, Epsilon, you might be able to impress the Alchemist Guild.
And the Artificer Guild, I assume.
Yeah, the Alchemist Guild
would certainly like you. They might take some convincing, but that you'd certainly get us in the door.
Yeah, I mean, I do know the guild head. At least I can speak to him, not about becoming a guild member. But I would like to poke around the Alchemist Guild, see if they have any maybe recipes to sell, or maybe even inquire about joining.
They're gonna have a busy time. I guess sort of something I want to do, but I'll just be off by myself. So the rest of you all right with the dragon head? I can leave that in your capable hands.
Are we able to drop that off at the auction house and like leave a slots for us to like sell?
Yeah, you can register things at the auction house.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yes. You can go to the auction house and register things up to the 20th. It's currently the 18th.
Perfect.
At which, yeah, so
Sorry,
you have you have a day and a half to figure out what you want to do with things at the auction house if you want. Where you will get you will sign some documents, get a receipt that you put your thing there, and you will come back later to get the money that it's sold for, minus their commission. But
Sounds
they'll
good.
basically do everything from that point.
Sounds good.
Assuming you have something that they deem worth value, they're not going to auction off your long sword that you picked up from a bandit. They're going to
Probably
laugh at you
not.
for that one.
Yeah,
Dragon
but a
head
dragon head.
value. Yeah.
Sorry, Monty's gonna do one more thing. He's gonna run back inside. Be like, I totally forgot about this. Where's the bank?
Yes. The bank is over here. Boop, 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 boop. This is the bank. Technically, everything here is the bank. There are just different buildings of it, but that's the main building.
Okay.
So that is... Where is it? The bank. Yep.
Epsilon, what was it? Didn't you have some business to attend to here?
I mean, a couple things I'm interested in doing here. One person in particular I'd like to speak to.
Where is this person by any chance? Do you know?
Where? Not exactly sure, but we can start with the Artificer's Guild, because he is the guildmaster.
I would say, yeah, you would know.
Perfect.
You would know. Yeah, the Crystal Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would know that.
Is it working hours? Is this a working day?
It is, yeah. It's like
in the office?
noonish, midday. But yeah, as you guys are standing out here discussing this, a small figure about the size of Elias comes walking up to you in a strange gait, wearing like a full tuxedo with tails. And as it kind of parts through the crowd, you guys realize it has a mole head and three fingers on each hand. As it kind of makes its way up to all of you, ignoring everybody who is not Epsilon.
Told you the mole people were real.
Yes, they are real. Yeah.
I didn't think you were serious.
No, the Telepidae, they exist. Yeah. And we'll just kind of shuffle up to Epsilon holding this document in his hand and look up at you and go, "Message for the master," and just hold up the paper. And Epsilon, you have a formal invitation from Guildmaster Kadim Mageshaper to the Crystal Hall.
Well, speaking of, looks like we just got invited.
And then he will kind of just like aimlessly stand there looking at you with these really tiny, beady eyes.
Do you need a response? Do you need payment? Do you need confirmation?
He'll kind of just like look at you, kind of tilt his head a little bit, goes, "Follow me."
Right now. I see.
And he will turn, he'll take like 5 steps, and then he'll turn back to look and see if you're following, and then he'll kind of like take 3 steps forward and kind of like squint at you guys because he is very nearsighted.
Let's stop at the auction house before we have to carry the dragon head everywhere. I think we've proven our point.
Good. Do you want to quickly just stow the rest of the scales up in one of the rooms?
Yeah, let's do that. So we're just gonna stow it in Epsilon's room because they don't sleep. They have an Epsilon and Monster.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Works for me.
As you guys do so, and you put stuff in the rooms, they're nice rooms. They have like little like vases with flower arrangements on the little nightstands next to the actually nice beds. And there are desks and chairs. So like, you guys could basically dedicate an entire room to storage if you really want.
I almost feel bad about putting like parts of a carcass in here.
I'm gonna make sure to carry 1 bone and 1 scale. So if they want, like, the auction house wants to make sure that we have our shit, we're also planning on selling them anyways. So
You're gonna have to turn it over to the auction house.
I guess, were we planning on selling all the scales and stuff at the auction house, or just the head?
I think we were planning on selling everything.
We don't everything? Maybe just bring everything then.
Yeah, I don't think we need to use any of this. Epsilon, unless
I mean,
you need to use any of the dragon material.
I mean,
If we're considering being in the city for a couple of days, I can make use of some.
We still have the Drake bones from previous encounters. I don't know if these more recent bones are more potent. Mike, are they more potent? Stronger?
For the purpose of making like the dragon oil, yes they are. The CR of the monster doesn't matter for anything else, or any other recipe that Epsilon is aware of. They're just like slightly higher value than the Drake bones that you had before, so like a pound of these goes further, like gold piece value.
I mean, I'm definitely down with selling, like, at least a large majority, if not all of it, because I mean, I'm pretty sure we do have some stuff to at least craft immediately.
Right. So I want to put everything up for auction that Epsilon does not need. Is essentially the game plan. Just
you guys can also put things up for auction like the next in-game day as well. So like you don't have to do it this moment if you don't want to.
All right, so let's just stow the stuff. Let's stow everything except the head in the room, and we'll drop the head off the auction house, and we'll head on to the Artificial Guild.
All right.
Okay. The small Telipidae or mole man will be mildly upset that you would like to stop somewhere. But he will acquiesce to Epsilon. I mean, Epsilon, you've probably met Guck before.
Guck? Oh, man.
Yeah, his name is Guck. Or I should say that is the best common translation of the noises that it makes to say its name.
I know this thing.
You have met it before. It is one of the butler's staff of Kadin.
I do apologize. Okay, it will just real quick. I just don't want to carry that into his, in the crystal hall there and make a fuss.
Sorry, you two are acquainted?
Yes, he's one of the staff pretty much that helps out. So I have a time or two.
He will look very proud when you say that.
He's gonna know what he does.
Gok will then immediately trip, stumble, and get back up, dust off his legs, and continue walking towards the...
See, he gets right back up. Right back up.
Center of gravity helps.
Yeah. Okay. You can register the Dragon Head. Whoever wishes to register it just has to sign a bunch of documents, basically saying that this is yours to sell.
I'll decide
and
now.
So you will have to do very similar thing that Vincent had to do with the Adventurers Guild. Give a prick of blood into this resin little like not quite disc, little slab. It's like a thumb drive shape, but it's resin.
I've already stabbed myself.
Yep. And then they will take possession of the Dragon Head. And as you're doing, there's multiple staff working here and multiple people who are like coming up to register things. But you guys get moved very quickly through this process because you're holding a Dragon Head. And it doesn't look like anybody else had anything quite as interesting as a Dragon Head out in public currently.
Just normal adventurer stuff.
Yeah.
Having a dragon head has its perks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Weird. You walk around with a dragon head and you get to the front of lines for some weird reason.
Because they're scared of us.
Maybe just a little bit. There's a lot of awe going on between the presence of Epsilon and a dragon head. But okay. You will also be given a receipt with the lot number and all the information for your Dragon Head sale.
Neat.
I'll give you one of those in a moment. Okay. And then Gruck will very eagerly wait for you to be done your business to go.
Is it Gruck or Guck?
Guck, sorry.
Guck. Okay.
Yeah, Gruck is his brother. You think I'm joking? I'm not.
And
I
then
know
there's
you're
the key
not.
we record.
How long have you been in service to the Guildmaster, Guck?
Guck, we're kind of like turn around, walking backwards now. Stumble a couple times while he's doing this. Many moons. Guck is. And Guck tries to count on his 3 fingers on each hand. 5 years. 5 years old. All 5 years. Guck has worked for 5 years.
You worked since you were born.
Yes. Guck's family lives to serve.
Have you ever been outside of the city, or have you always been here?
Guck always lives. I am. No. Guck always live in city.
Really? You've never left? Not once. Do you want to leave?
No,
How long have
city
you lived?
nice. Guck has no idea how to answer that question.
Like, do you have parents? Are they still alive?
Yes. Guck parents work.
Old are they?
You see Guck tries to count on his fingers again, and he only has 6 total. So he starts to do it, and he struggles for a minute. And then Guck leans down and starts taking off his shoes.
Never mind, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Does he
Can I
also
give
have
you
3
my
toes?
fingers to count?
Yes, he also has 3 toes.
Oh.
Guk will turn to Calamira and do his 6 fingers, and then we'll do 4 more of Calamira's, and then he'll stop and he'll go 1 more and go, I think that. Yeah, that.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Are there a lot of... What are you?
Guk stops to think. Yeah, there's a lot.
But
Guk Telepide.
Telepide. That's a nice word. I like that word. That's a good word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Guk. Nice to meet you. I'm Calamira. I'm a satyr.
Guk will kind of like blink his little beady eyes at you and go, okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then Guk will continue to lead you to the Crystal Hall, which is kind of more like ostentatious in like closer up as the closer you get to this building, as it lives up to its name, as there is a lot of crystal in this like opening kind of courtyard as you enter these walls, and it's green kind of all around the big building itself, with 2 large fountains and a giant like dark wood door that, as Guk leads you guys up, slowly opens as you guys approach it. And Guk will kind of stop in the doorway and turn to look at you all and go, follow me, do not stray. And he will
Oh,
turn.
darn, I was thinking of straying.
Guk will stop, turn around very quick and go, don't do that. No,
Okay.
those are rules.
What, just a little bit?
Guk will like shuffle up to you way too close and go, no, do not break rules.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, you're
Guk will then spin back around, stumble a little bit, and walk back to the door.
fine.
And we'll usher you all in.
God. This
Looks
guy.
like spunk.
Thank
As
you.
you guys enter, it's a massive, like, intricately crafted marble, like, entry hall that is almost 30 feet tall in the apex of this arched, like, ceiling, in which floats a massive golden, like, full clockwork apparatus around which rotates 4 large crystals emanating this brilliant light and lighting the whole room. At the end of this hallway is a bunch of doors that lead off in kind of the right, the left, and forward, under 2 large curving staircases that lead up to a second floor. And Guk will quickly walk you guys to the stairs, making very loud ringing footsteps as he does with his like tuxedo shoes. I couldn't think of the actual name for the shoes. I know their shoes have a name, but yes, you know the clacking sound of like fancy shoes on like stone floor. Yeah, it's that. As the
I love
hall
it.
itself is very quiet, and the sound reverberates.
Monty's going to begin, if he hadn't already, just like precipitating the dust of the road off of him, making sure he's presentable.
Hey, Gluck, what's the biggest number you know?
Guk will stop for a moment, contemplate, and he'll start counting on his fingers again. And then he'll sit down and he'll start to take off his shoes.
So is this really the best time for this, Calamira?
Yes.
12sies. And Gluck will
Okay,
put his
that's
shoes
really
back
great.
on. Gluck has three toes and 3 fingers on each hand for a total of 12 digits.
Okay. Thank you.
And then Gluck will stand up, dust himself off, and continue to lead you all up the stairs to the second floor landing. And as you guys get up there, kind of through this second arch is another long hall with a bunch of doors that lead off into both directions, and a large fancy door at the end. But centered in this hall is a massive 12-foot tall shard of pure crystal that stands like a pane of glass within this gold-like base. And Guck will not even address it and continue to lead you guys to the furthest door down this hall.
You can ask the guildmaster. Don't need to make Guck stop and count his toes again.
I didn't think he would really do it. I'm sorry.
Yep. I mean, you can look at it as you pass. You just may
I cannot stray. I must stay with the group.
Guck will stop and turn and go, "Do not stray!"
I will not stray. Don't worry.
And you'll just hear from one of the others goes, "Oh, it's Guck."
Look who's back. Back again. Guck is back.
Yes.
He's that man.
And he will kind of lead you past. Okay. Cool. So nobody wants to upset Guck, right? You were just going to the guild hall, the guild master.
I guess.
I
want
we can
to
ask the
upset
guild
Guck,
master.
but I've
to
been
come
trained
around.
to not upset Guck, so I will not upset Guck.
Okay.
Guck's just
Okay.
here to do his job. You don't
I
mess
know,
with him
but
just doing
he's
his
so
job.
We already made him wait
Okay.
while we went to the
Well-
auction house.
But
So.
he's so interesting.
As you guys make your way there, those of you who definitely steal longer than a moment's look at this thing, Calamir, you see a satyr kind of reflected back at you, although it's not you, and it's not Kalon, and Guck keeps ushering you guys forward.
Sorry,
Vincent,
did you repeat that? Your audio
Yeah.
cut out for me.
Yeah. You as you walk past, you stare at this crystal kind of as you go past it. You see a satyr reflected in it, like you expected to, except it's not you, and it's not the form Kalon normally takes.
Who
Vincent,
the fuck is it?
you see like this roiling storm. Monty, you see like these. You feel like you almost see these nice vineyards as you walk past. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
And then Guck will bring you to the door.
Guck, is that
And
a mirror of desires by any chance?
Guck will kind of look at you and look back and go, "No, it crystal." And he'll turn back around. And he'll just ring a bell next to the door.
I think we need a more informed source.
I think he's very informed.
Yeah, that's my fault.
He's doing his
Apologies.
best.
Sometimes someone's best.
Guck
is
works
simply
very
not
hard,
good
okay?
enough.
Don't say
I
that.
admire
Don't-
Guck
don't
for
say
his
that.
loyalty.
I also admire Guck for his
He
tenacity.
seems like he works very hard.
Oh, he most
Mhm.
definitely does. He
As a
doesn't seem like he
slave,
works
though.
well.
He's a slave.
No, Guck gets paid.
Oh, well then that's fine.
Yeah.
You said that he was born.
Yeah,
to
no, Guck
serve,
gets
so
paid.
I was- Okay.
Yeah.
I admire
more
him for his
Food
loyalty.
and
You know?
lodging.
He's good.
Do you have savings? Like, does he? But if he's always here, like,
Presumably, just I wouldn't expect his savings to get to a number higher than 12 at any point in time.
yeah, okay. Maybe I'm.
Platinum's not bad.
It's a lot of money.
To get higher than that, gold, better than gold. I guess it's just one at a time and converts the next one into gold, and then converts the next one into platinum once he has 10 gold. Okay. That must be
And as
really
you're
exhausting.
kind of like thinking this to yourself, about Guck's situation and that crystal and how that answer was very unsatisfying. The doors will open, and another taller figure, this time a human in a butler attire, will open the door and usher you all in to a nice, warmer room with a large fireplace in one end and a bunch of comfy, like, sofas and chairs. At the back of which is 2 more large fancy doors. And he will nod politely to you and go, "You can all wait here, please. Master Guardian, if you will." And he will lead Epsilon to one of the doors.
Oh, I see how.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. And then he will knock on the door. And Epsilon, you can hear the kind of like gruff, "Come in," on the other side through the door. And you are opened to a very nice, large room with like solid wood floors and fancy rugs. Both sides of this room with towering bookcases up to a second floor with little like metal spiral stairs that lead up to them. At the back of which is a large kind of fancy glass window that looks almost like it's made as if it were stained glass, but it all seems to be like the same color. As you walk in, it kind of changes as your perspective of this glass does. And beneath it is a solid mahogany desk and a gruff-looking dwarf man in a very nice suit sitting. In front of him are 2 chairs, and he will look up at you. So it is Epsilon.
Who else would it be anymore these days?
You make a point. When I hear Guardian has arrived, I don't always know which one.
Yeah. Although, can't say I have anything worth bringing to you, unfortunately.
He will kind of gesture to one of the chairs. What brings you to the city this time?
Is there room in this office for everyone?
Oh, most definitely. There is
Okay.
a lot of room in this office.
All right. I'm like, can I get anybody in here? And I'm like, I'm fitting 8 people into like a 5x5.
Actually, it would be a little bit easier if everybody was involved in this as well. If you don't mind, can I invite the rest of us in?
He will look at you for a moment, and he'll kind of like lean back in his very fancy chair, pull out a cigar, clip it, and he will, while doing this, look up to one of the balconies of books and platforms above him, where you see for the first time this tall, beautiful woman with long, elegantly braided golden hair and like a white sheer dress with fancy gold filigree that you have never seen. And she will just slowly nod towards him, and he'll light the cigar, and then she'll kind of like recede back to where she must have been sitting before. And he'll just take a puff, look at you and go, "Very well." And he'll nod. The butler at the door will open it, will lean out and look at the rest of you, who I presume have sat down, but could have just been standing around if you wanted to. Oh yeah, very fancy like sofas and stuff.
Oh yeah, then definitely sitting on multiple pieces of furniture, like trying out the different chairs.
Mm-hmm. And he will just kind of like step through the door. "You may enter." And he will step aside and gesture for you all to come in.
That's not really like me to travel with quite a group like this, but...
And you guys can all enter this very fancy room. Like immaculate hardwood, really expensive rugs. Towers of books, like floor to ceiling on both sides with a second floor. balcony that you can't even see all the way back to from where you are. And the butler will close the door behind you all. There are more like sofas under these like balcony areas that seem to be for sitting and meetings and tables and such. There's not enough seating by the desk where he has gestured for Epsilon. But you are all welcome to come in.
Just counsel it.
Yeah. And the dwarf at this table will release the smoke that he has been holding in since you've entered. I am Guildmaster Kadim Mage Shaper. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Please.
Now would be a good time to have like a group name. But we're not quite there yet. So I'll just let them introduce themselves individually.
Greetings, Guildmaster. I'm Captain Monty, and I'll take off my hat at this point.
Hello, my name is Calamira.
Vincent, servant of Epsilon.
Epsilon, what is your response to that statement?
If I could chuckle, I would.
Sounds like grinding gears.
Adeline will introduce herself as Marianne, and Elias will kind of like peek out, be like, I'm Elias, hi. And Adeline will be like, nope, nope. And as he continues to Elias tries to introduce himself further, Adeline will hand over mouth and pull him aside, oh, nope, that's it. That's all you need to do.
I will form a human wall with her to block Elias.
Satyr wall.
Oh,
And
fuck
the-
yeah.
Guildmaster Kadim will nod politely at your introductions. Please have a seat. And he will kind of gesture to there's one seat next to Epsilon. There's a bunch of seating around him, around the area. It's a big room, but you can all be within earshot. And as he said, I go, no, let us move over here. And he will stand at, tall for a dwarf, but still very dwarf height.
Can I ask a question, Mike?
Yeah.
With my passive perception, would I have noticed the woman who was on the balcony? Because I don't think I would have been actively looking for it, so I'm just really saying if with passive, could I have noticed it?
Vincent would also have been looking at the room, so could he have had advantage with his passive perception?
No, because you're not working together overtly to do this. But even so, no, you would not have noticed her.
Okay.
Notice who?
Exactly.
Never heard of her.
And Kadim will get up and he will gesture to a group of like love seat sofas, really fancy mahogany and padded little sofas around one of these tables.
Mr. Guildmaster,
And he will sit at the head of it and
with your sofas.
yeah. Yes, handcrafted by the carpentry guilds. And he will take the seat at the head and then offer for you all to sit down.
I'll stand behind Epsilon as he sits.
Appropriate servant behavior.
So,
Monty is going to ever so subtly roll his eyes and sit down.
Adeline will sit down with Elias and keep Elias's hands, in sight, because he's a little pyromaniac.
I'm gonna try and sit down and not cross my legs instinctively and keep them on the floor.
Can I ask a question? Have we been disarmed as we entered this place, by the way?
No.
Fuck no.
Interesting.
You have not. Yeah.
Apparently this guy is very confident. Okay. I mean, it makes sense, but
Very confident or trusts Epsilon implicitly.
probably that one, actually.
So yes, the reasons for my visit. Let's start with the more selfish, more personal reason.
real quick, his dad's dead, right? Or we think his dad's dead?
His dad is dead. You would have been at the funeral, yes. He is old. Like he's old for a dwarf. He's not like on death's door like old, but he's like mid 200s. You also know he has a son. You would know that his son's not in the room. His son is Karul. Here, I'll DM you the name. Oh. Yeah. Yes. You're also fully aware. Kadim is more or less the like de facto like lead voice of the 5 seats and this city. He is the one who holds the Baron title for Starport.
See, you throw that word Baron around, and I lose all interest.
It's a status. I'm sorry. It's on the lower end of land owning, but like the bare minimum to be the guy who owns a city.
I'd also, Greg, like to make a note. When he finishes his cigar, let me know.
Okay.
Sure. Since I think I'm going to be in town for a couple of days, I was hoping we could have a look at an item and just kind of see, while we have the time, if any of the questions can be answered. I will take out the Spoopy orb.
He will pause
Spoop orb.
his smoking of his cigar when you do, and he will look amongst your party and then settle back on you. You sure you wish to talk about that in this presence?
I trust my eyes. And you? And then
I will like kind of motion up to the balcony.
And you will see him kind of raise both eyebrows, and the more observant members of the party will notice shock.
I'll whisper in Epsilon. Should I do the thing?
And he'll pause for a moment, and so far as he's been smoking his cigar, he's been, handling it appropriately. Ash in his crystal ashtray, and dealing with it. And you'll see a clump of ash will fall from his cigar onto the ground as he's kind of like looking at you here.
Can I make an attempt to catch it before it falls to the ground?
I mean, you would like be diving across the table.
All right, let me not do that then. Let me not
to
do that.
catch a
Don't
piece
do
of
that.
ash. So while technically the answer to that question is yes, you should not.
Yeah, let me not do that then.
He just goes diving for his feet.
Yeah. And he'll look at you and go, "You saw the lady."
Happy's looking around.
my question is, what's that all about?
And you will all see him kind of like look up as you're sitting like under one of the like sides of books, because they're like you're under one of his overhang thingies on one of the second levels, and he'll look up very obviously, and you can all follow his gaze, and the same beautiful woman is standing on the other railing with a huge smile on her face, and she just looks down and goes, "Oh, this will be fun." And I think that's a great place that we should stop for this session.
Wait, that's bullshit. It's only 10:30.
Yeah, I know. We were trying to wrap up more in the 10:30 range more recently. Yeah. I know we started late because tornadoes, but sorry, I couldn't control that one.
No,
There are no tornadoes now, though.
No, we gotta save all the bad stuff for Sam. Make sure Sam's here for that.
I would like to just reiterate, Epsilon has never seen this woman before.
yeah,
You have no recollection. This is you would remember this kind of a person.
Yeah, I imagine like this would have been like a you recognize this person or
Yeah. No, this is an objective like 20 out of 20 on the D20 scale of attractiveness.
I know. I instantly said, "Fuck, wrong character."
Yeah.
Cal, maybe it's not the wrong character though.
Hey,
She'd be
somebody's
like,
got to get it.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a great place to stop it.
Was the smile ominous? Like, sorry.
Oh no, it is like
Was it-
real joy.
Okay. What
Yeah,
did you
like-
say in response to? Because I missed what you said right before that.
So the dwarf guildmaster Kadim asked Epsilon if he saw the lady, and then he looks up and she's standing there, and none of you saw her coming in, even with Monty's ridiculous passive perception sometimes. I mean, it's not like game breaking yet, but like he's got a solid
Relatively
passive
high.
perception. Yeah, he's got a 17. It's a pretty solid. And he did not see her. Vincent's prying gaze did not find her, as Vincent is always looking for things. And she more or less kind of like was just there, very happy, and said, "This will be fun."
That's
That
what we-
immediately
Okay.
throws up cult flags. Like cult.
Yeah.
Nobody is wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Start with that one.
That's why I didn't,
Epsilon,
like,
you
immediately
have
start.
known Kadim since he was born. I mean, you're not like heavily involved in his life, but like he has an important connection to House Lyson and the Ancestral Guardians. So
Yeah, so I would hope he would not be infiltrated, but we're gonna find
Could
out
be.
next
Could
time.
be.
Dragon Ball Z.
yep.
That's why I figured I'd start with the personal stuff before I started going into our group plans, just feeling out the situation.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna.
No, I think that was a
Over that.
fantastic idea.
But there you guys go for this session of experience. I think levels up some of you. We didn't get a ton of stuff because we started a little late because tornadoes.
Mike,
But,
I can't
Yeah, no.
believe you.
Is this just short?
It's 5 experience short.
Okay.
Oh, for
Okay.
fuck's sake.
Okay. One moment. One moment, please.
All right, that
Sorry,
five-
sorry.
You
not
can all
5
just level
experience.
up.
It's actually it's like 105 actually. Never mind. But still.
God damn it, Alex. I thought you're good at math.
No, I saw the 2 in the wrong place. The 2's
Yeah,
in
it's
the
it's a little more for
thousands
some
place,
people.
Not the hundreds.
No,
place.
those twos are confusing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot you guys are ahead of us. I was
Only
by,
by
like,
a little
not that
bit.
close.
We're ahead by like 100 experience or something.
70
Yeah, it's-
each, I think.
It's an amount that becomes like super negligible
Oh,
at this
good
point.
God, it's 105. That's so close.
Okay.
Man.
All right, I go back and murder Cook.
So
I will
here's
help.
my
no way
here's
Duck's worth 105
my thing,
experience.
right?
Okay, who do
Sam
we have to
technically didn't
kill
get
to
experience for this
105
session.
experience?
For Adeline, I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to get more than one like encounter thing done next session now. So you can level up now, and then Sam can do it at the end of next session because you guys should I mean, you of course will be the next level next session.
Mm.
So
Cool.
I will allow it if you want to take it now because sub like 200 experience is close enough for me.
I'll
If I
probably
had realized that,
forget
I probably would have fudged it a little bit. But you will be level 7 at the end of next session, obviously.
Cool. I take it.
And then Sam will be a little behind some of you guys because somebody had other things to do.
And she's talking about possibly missing Friday too. That's son.
Yeah,
She's gonna miss Friday too? What's she doing? Getting married?
possibly. Shoop.
Damn.
There we go. Post session chill. I changed our
I hope
post session
not.
chill to the little icons too. It's adorable.
What's she doing? What's she doing?
She's got stuff she's got to do.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
In
Good
case we
cliffhangers.
cannot play Friday, I cannot play next Friday. I'm sure we'll have that conversation at some point.
Mhm.
But we are playing next Wednesday.
I was gonna say we are currently slotted to play next Wednesday, as that is our original date. This one was pushed a week. So
Okay,
this is
so
the makeup
that-
game for last week.
Okay.
I love
I
it.
do plan to send out. I haven't figured out the form of the survey I want to do with this yet. Some questionnaire about schedules moving forward, as we've been on this schedule for a while, and just making sure if Wednesdays are going to still work for everybody. That kind of stuff as the summer
Yeah.
ends and people's schedules change slightly. I know some people may be going back into offices soon.
I will be doing that, and I won't be able to play at 5 p.m. here.
So yeah, I can.
Traffic is so much worse than it used to be.
Yeah. So I was gonna say we could start starting more at 7, and I can aim for the 3 to 4 at the absolute max session length there, with the stop at the 10:30 Eastern to 11 range, because someone's got to work the next day and can't stay up for all the hours playing and talking about D&D, even if we want to.
Yeah. There was some conflicts with scheduling for my game for the next couple sessions. I was hoping to put a couple of those back to back. But at the same time, I would like to avoid 3 D&D games in a week, so I wanted to bring that up with the people in the group. So if you're going to do a survey next week, I guess that could come up then. But I was hoping to do 2 Monday games back to back, so that I don't have to keep kicking out the one person who only has that D&D game.
Yep, we can discuss stuff in our Discord for scheduling things and make sure everybody's on the same page, has got approval from whatever other parties they need to check with when scheduling 3 to 4 hour commitments. We're figured out.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Sorry, I forgot to respond to my brother about potential food.
Take Boo.
That's what I said. I'm like, hey, I'm done for TB, Mickey D's, Windingos, whatever we're doing. Yeah. He. I got the fun cliffhanger.
I don't remember when I was gonna do my barb dip. I had my plan written down in Roll20.
I had planned to do Paladin at this level, but I haven't got the chance to go to a temple yet. So I was gonna do that like literally today because I anticipated this happening, but then we got called up to the big house.
You could just wait till next session.
I honestly probably am. I'm probably just gonna wait.
There's a Temple of Kadia over there.
I'm lazy mostly.
I mean, I don't really have that much to do with it, but just have to figure out how the fuck multi-classing works in Foundry, so that's gonna be fun.
You can figure out what you want with it and then just put it all in there next session. Yep. I am still down with the Gestalt spell casting.
Yeah, that won't matter yet, because I don't get spells till 2nd level in Paladin, but it will eventually matter when I get level 8.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to confirm. Am I able to switch out my motivational speech spell for the spell that we came up with at some point? Bargain of Valor spell. Okay.
Yes, you can. You can switch spells on your level up. That's a perfect time to do it. To go through any of the spells that we have created and swap for, because you prepared casters can't just pick from that list when we make cool new ones. I already put the Calamira specific spell on her thing. She just knows that one. But I think there's a couple other ones that are technically warlockable. If you wanted to look at those, you're welcome to. If you go to, you guys should be able to see it. I think. Let me double check. You go to the items page. Yeah, if you go to the items page, you look at spells. Any spell that I've made is in there, and all the spells up to 3rd level that are like what's it called? From what's it called? Like not the SRD I put together.
You already put in
Like-
Crown of Stars.
Yeah.
Because we
Well,
know it's coming.
Sam put it on her sheet, so I'm like, fine. So I put it there, and it's a 0 for the spell slots.
Yeah, it's not as
Yes.
fun.
Yeah. We all know that's coming. We all know that's going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I was ready for the big Epsilon RP events. Tornado cut some time, but you know what? I'll take big cliffhanger.
If
Yeah, it worked
she's
out.
evil.
I mean, why would I put an evil NPC in that is that attractive?
Yeah, but she's sexy though, so I mean, it's
Yeah. So does it really matter?
She's like must resist bard.
so yes.
Hey, Will, thanks for the raid. We just wrapped up our session, and I left them on a cliffhanger with a very attractive, mysterious woman that they don't know, being overly interested in the fact that one of the characters spotted her when she was not really hiding herself at that point in time. And now I make them sit on that for a week. Oh, and wear these
my
cute
God.
little chibis today.
It's like, oh, you've seen me. I never expected this. And we're
Mhm.
just like, what?
Exactly. Yeah, cliffhangers. Cliffhangers are good. I like cliffhangers. I mean, you can't overuse cliffhangers because then it just gets obnoxious, but like cliffhangers are good when used appropriately.
I don't think the Hearken to Battle spell is in here, by the way, yet, Mike.
Oh, isn't it?
It's
Should've
3rd
put it
level,
in there.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I can't see it if it is.
Oh. I don't know. I put that one in there. Oh, no, it's 1st level. Harken to Battle's 1st level. You can upcast it. That's what it is.
Oh! That's really good.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm
pretty
gonna push
solid.
out for that one.
Yeah, take it. Take it. Yeah. I made a bunch of spells. And this one is a Harken to Battle. It's a bard spell. And up to 3 creatures that can hear you when you cast the spell gain advantage on attack rolls and saving throws at the start of your next turn. And you can upcast it to get 1 extra person for every spell level higher than first. It's kind of like a advantage version of Aid and Bless, but shorter duration. It's only 1 round, but it is not a concentration thing that he has to hold. He can just do it.
And
And,
you said
you
it's
buff you
start
guys.
of my next turn? Okay, so I
Yep.
can't use it on myself.
Yes, that's the only downside. Is you buff everybody but you, basically. I mean, you can buff yourself for saving throws, but
Oh, that's true.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
include
okay.
yourself for saving
That's fine.
throws, which situationally may be really important, but you won't be able to get the benefit of the attack with it unless you're doing some other crazy stuff like you're hasted, something like that.
Okay.
Because bards don't have enough like bard buff spells, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. 5th edition has abstracted a bunch of stuff into advantage and disadvantage, but it's fine. We're gonna play with it this way. I like it though. I think it's fun, and I have enough
Yeah. no,
random.
That's really good.
Yeah, there's a ton of really powerful things already, and his name is Epsilon. But
Yeah. Now
so
I
I'm
just give
down with
Epsilon
cool
advantage
spells.
on all of his attacks.
Yep.
There you
Yep.
go. That's all you need.
I mean, you're basically spending your turn to do it, but I mean,
I
sometimes
think that's worth it.
yeah. Sometimes you
not
just got to
me.
be a buff bot.
Then I don't have to use reckless.
John over here looking at barbarian just to get
Have
reckless.
your barbarian dip, John?
No. You can do that. That's fine. My current plan is to reckless attack in tandem with the slasher feat. So if I crit them, they have disadvantage. So it just nullifies reckless.
Okay.
So I get advantage and they attack regular against me.
Yeah. So with this one, I guess you would just they just have disadvantage.
Yeah, they would just
Okay, that's good.
So I'm still fishing for crit. It doesn't fuck with me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, the slasher one from RME is interesting. It's you slow people you hit with slashing damage, and when you crit them, they have disadvantage on all of their attacks for that round. I mean, those things put together, slap a bless on Epsilon. I don't know, throw a bardic inspiration or two in there for good measure, and I don't think he misses.
Dude, this spell now makes me want to dip fighter so I can get action surge. Whatever. No, I'm not. We're not going there. Doing the other shit already.
Yeah. I'm sorry I gave you a spell to buff other people.
It's really good. I just
Mhm.
I also want to be able to use it.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, what I have to do now is I have to make Calamira take a dip in a bard. I know she's already thinking about doing. So.
Oh god, both of you have these just alternate.
Yeah. Fucking annihilate them.
It's just a cheer squad going back and forth, going, "We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit. How about you?"
Did I say I was interested in going bard?
At some point you said you.
Well,
were
I
interested in
know
doing
sexy
bard.
orc bard is on the table for a character.
But I don't know why I want a multi-class as a bard.
Yeah, bardic inspiration. You get spells that you don't have, two of them. Because remember, it's Gestalt spellcasting, right?
Yep.
So you would get access. Well, I don't know how it would work with warlocks because you
But-
still have the same number of.
Who appeared like too much of a simp.
Oh yeah, well, how? Ooh, that's a. I'm trying to figure out how it would work to start spell casting with warlock in there.
Yeah.
Because it's not
really
like one
sure.
level of bard is just going to give you like 13 spell slots.
Well, shit. Maybe I should do it.
Yeah, because normal multi-classing, you stack your total spell level,
Yeah.
and then you can just prepare spells from that as you would normally. But
Yeah.
if we're going Gestalt, then we're saying you can prepare spells up to your total spell level.
Yeah.
And then you prepare a number based on the individual class. I don't know how that
Yeah.
works for Warlock because it's totally different.
I think the math still works. I think you still if you take one level in like sorcerer after being a warlock, right? You get spell slots. You get more than you would for a single level of warlock or a single level of sorcerer. I think because warlock counts as like a type of. I'd have to go and reread the rules.
I don't think it does because I think pact spell. Oh, not pact.
Actually, you're right. Pact magic isn't spell casting.
Yeah.
You're right. So I think the way it would end up working is you would end up with only one level of bard spell slots, but you would be able to learn bard spells up to 5th level, which you could be able to cast with your warlock spell slots.
Interesting. Okay.
Because that's how the warlock spell slots work in multi-class. Is you can cast the other spells with warlock spell slots, which is how the Sork lock works. Because you just you convert metamagic points into, or you convert warlock spell slots into metamagic points, and then you cast your warlock spells and your normal spells with sorcerer spell slots.
Right.
And then you short rest and you do it again. Good old coffee lock.
Yeah, so you get some nice baby spell slots, and you'd have some nice bard spells to cast with
Yeah, you get more
your
spells.
warlock spell slots.
Now it almost sounds worthwhile. Dang it.
Bard's really good.
Bard is probably one of the best classes. I mean, if we had to objectively rate classes, Paladin and Bard are probably the best. Like,
Yeah, but then you play a paladin, and it's like
and you feel yeah.
That's why you don't just play paladin.
that's
Yes.
fair. That's very fair.
There can be good paladins. You can have fun playing a paladin. You need some other stuff to kind of back up paladin, and then
Can also be really.
you need your
bad.
party not to be chaotic stupid when you're lawful good.
Yeah. Remember that time when
Yeah,
I accidentally cut
paladin
that dude's head off?
Uh-huh.
Red
Yep.
Horn.
With your
And I was just
lawful
like,
good
"Oh, fuck."
paladin.
I wasn't supposed to do this.
Yep. Yeah. You got the how do you want to do this line? You're like, I lop his head off.
And I was like,
And then you're like, oh
shit.
shit. Yeah. But yes. Okay.
All right, guys. I might go grab some cookies. Head to bed.
That's
I say I'm gonna wrap up here as well because I gotta go do food stuffs with
Thank you
my
for the
brothers. Of course.
I know
Currently,
it's Friday.
our next game is planned for Wednesday. I'll bring it up in the Discord. If it changes, I'll let my stream announcements know as well. But that is the plan on that front.
Sounds good.
We'll figure it out. Woohoo!
All right.
Have a good.
See you guys soon.
Good nights.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
And then it was just me. Yes. The giant talking D20. I mean, hello. Thank you again for the raid, Will. I'm going to wrap it up here. Is anybody fun online we can send the raid on? I have to actually open Twitch. I have so many things closed when I do this because I have so many things running on this computer. Oh, we could raid Morty. I think they're doing a post-mortem on their D&D game, actually. Oh no, post-mortem is their D&D game. That's funny. Let's do that. Let's go disrupt Morty's stream. Morty is a buddy of mine. We actually met up in person at the last TwitchCon that actually happened. We have a couple mutuals as well. But yeah, be nice to him. If you want to make fun of him, I allow it. I'll allow it. Just do it in a nice way. He plays some fun games every now and then, and he is currently doing D&D with some other of his community members. But for me, thank you all for coming and hanging out, whether you laughed, cried, followed, subscribed, won or lost. I hope you had a good time. I hope you come back and have more good times. Our next stream will be Saturday for more Wilder Myth. We're going to continue that story on. I'll get those up on YouTube this week for anybody who wants to see them. It's a good time. It's very chill. I like it very much. Next D&D is currently scheduled for Wednesday, but I will let you guys know if anything changes. For now, thank you for hanging. Thank you for watching. Thank you for rating, betting, following, whatever you did. And I will catch you guys in Morty's stream and on mine on Saturday.
So almost like in response to the bong of the bell, right? Because Toll the Dead and everything like that.